Hello, and welcome to the CEO of Starve Network, connecting the dots to success. I'm your host, Indesha, the CEO. The purpose of this show is to educate you on the importance of financial literacy and entrepreneurship. Man, this episode, I got a very, very good episode for y'all. This one is going to be very informational, it's going to be timely, and it's going to be something that if you're in an entrepreneurial space, you're going to need to know and need to understand. All right, so I just came from a networking event in Atlanta, Georgia, called InvestFest, right? Now, this was the second annual networking event that they had up there. And it was something that was, when I tell you, it was one of the most best networking events I've ever went to, largely in part because everybody that you probably look up to and watch was there. I mean, all the social media influencers, celebrities, I mean, you name it. If you don't know about Atlanta, Atlanta is a city that really embraces Black entrepreneurship. So if you're an entrepreneur and you have a Black-owned business, you can go to Atlanta and your business will flourish there because the community is there for Black-owned businesses. So it was one of the most beautiful experiences that I've been a part of. You know what I mean? And I had to say that, I had to come back to my city, Reading, Pennsylvania, and let the good folks know about this event and to get tapped in if you're not tapped in. These guys are really changing the culture. They're changing the way people look at entrepreneurship and the way they look at entrepreneurs. All right, so again, tonight's topic is going to be about networking, right? The art of networking. A lot of people don't understand that there's an art that goes to networking, right? And it's something that can be developed and it's something that can be learned. So very quickly, I'm going to pull up the flyer real quick of InvestFest, just to give you kind of a sense of what it was about and who was there. So Friday, August 5th, was the VIP night, right? Now the VIP night, it had Eric Thomas, it had T-Pain, it had Kenny Burns, Terrence J, Alex Burton, Marcus Barney, Justin Owens, Nehemiah Davis, Jason Lordell. All right. Now, some of these names I know that definitely would stand out to you. You know what I mean? These people were in the building. They was accessible. No one was acting Hollywood. Everybody was being real. You know what I mean? It was just a special thing. Then Saturday kicked off. They had Steve Harvey, right? Steve Harvey was the headliner. Steve Harvey, man, he really is somebody that's been in the entertainment business for a long time and really knows his stuff, man. He really is someone that you can draw inspiration from. I don't care who you are, what you're going through. You can draw inspiration from Steve Harvey. We also had the likes of 19 Keys, Charlemagne the God. Although I didn't see Charlemagne, I don't know if he was there. But we had Wall Street Trapper. Wall Street Trapper is a guy that covers the stock market, right? So if you're interested in stocks, man, this guy, he's really going to break it down to you in a way so that you understand. A couple of notable mentions. Anthony O'Neill, who else? The Budgetnista. The Budgetnista, she's an author. She's someone that helps you learn how to budget your finances, right? So anybody that is looking to budget their finances to get out of debt, anyone that's looking to budget their finances to make a huge purchase, you want to definitely look her up, her content up on YouTube. She's definitely someone that you want to look into. Again, well, who else we had? Yeah, like I said, we had Anthony O'Neill, Vincent Owens. This is a slew of people, man, slew of people. On Sunday was really the highlight of the whole weekend because Tyler Perry was in the building, y'all. And I'm telling you, I have up close access to the event. And I was able to get a lot of footage, a lot of great footage in front of the stage. Also, I forgot to mention that this show was also sponsored by BET, right? Black Entertainment Television, right? So it was, it was a humongous event. It was awesome. They had your guys, Earn Your Leisure. Earn Your Leisure is the people that brung this event together. These are two brothers out of New York. I forget what part of New York they're from. I think it's somewhere in New York State. But they have really spearheaded this financial literacy movement, and they are taking it to new levels that has never been seen before. So I'm glad to be a part of that financial literacy movement. And just to cap it off, we had Rick Ross. Rick Ross, also, I forgot to mention, Angela Yee was there as well. And Rick Ross, TIP, man, you just had to be there. You really just had to be there. But Rick Ross ended the show with a performance that was very, very legendary. So like I said, tonight's topic is about networking, all right? So a lot of times people want to meet other people, right? They want to meet celebrities, they want to meet influencers, and they don't know how to approach them. They don't know what to say to them, right? And I always say that, you know, when you're looking to meet someone that you've never met before, don't have any expectations. Because when you have expectations, right, on what you feel as though that person is, who they are, and what you think they are, what you think they are, sometimes you can be disappointed because everybody's not who they post to be. You catch that? Post to be, yeah. Anyway, and everybody's not what they display, right? So you have to not go in with expectations. You just have to go in with a plan and go in with an agenda that you want to accomplish, right? Whether if it's, you know, you want to get a photo op with them, or you want to get them to shout out your brand, or you want them to support you, right? So I'm gonna break down networking, right, and the art of networking. I'm gonna break it down in pillars. All right, so pillar number one, right? Now, this pillar gets overlooked, and this pillar is something that people don't understand, that this in itself will take you a long way. And that pillar is hygiene, right? Hygiene. So when you're at a networking event and you're looking to speak to someone, or you're around a bunch of people, please, 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 you know, we're living in, very, very crucial times right now with a lot of different, you know, things going on. So you want to make sure that your hygiene is in place, right? Believe it or not, people that skip this part, you know, when it comes to networking, you know, when you're in a public setting, you know, it can cause for, you know, awkwardness. You know what I mean? Somebody gets you have a funny smell or something like that. If you don't have, like, you know, it can become awkward if your hygiene ain't up to par. So I always say, make sure that you smell good, make sure that you have gum when you're speaking to people, and make sure you're respectful of people's space, right? That's one pillar to networking. All right, so that means your cologne, your perfume, all that stuff, right? Make sure you have all that stuff on and all that good stuff. So pillar number two is your attire. What you have on, what you wear. You know, I like to equate what you wear as a person that is going on a battlefield, right? Think of it this way. So a person that is going to battle, right? You have to have certain armor. You have to have certain things on your body in order to prepare for battle. I look at networking. I look at entrepreneurship. I look at doing business the same way. You have to show up, you know, ready. You have to show up equipped, right? So that means if you're in a setting of business, then you want to be business-like. If you're in a setting of relaxation, not as formal, more so of a gathering, then you want to be as such. So a lot of people like to say, you know, they like to be like, oh, no, I'm going to wear whatever I want wherever I go. And which you can. You have the right to do that. But I just say that, again, if you're looking to maximize a opportunity, you're looking to maximize networking, you're looking to maximize, you know, your time, you know, show up, according to that armor to wherever it is you're going to, whatever networking event that you're going to. All right. So like I said, that's how I look at dressing. I look at clothes. You know, it can go, what you put on says a lot about you and what you wear. So dress accordingly. Pillar number 3, be efficient. Often enough, people that go to networking events do not have an end goal in mind. And because of that, you leave with nothing truly accomplished, right? So I could have very easily went to this networking event and just been like everybody else. And mind you, There was over 12,000 people at this event. Yes, 12,000 people at this event, right? And because I was efficient, and because I went in there with a goal, I was able to get some things accomplished, right? The experience was great. It was phenomenal. It was definitely inspirational, but I went out there with a purpose. And so that's something that I would advise anybody that's out there. One thing I will also tell anyone that goes to networking events to invest in something called a digital card, right? I'm not going to say the name because I'm not going to be promoting anyone's products besides my own, but I'm not going to say their name. What you want to do is you want to get a card that has a QR code on there, and it's going to give all the links to everything that you have. This is what I mean by being efficient, because sometimes people have hundreds and hundreds of cards, right, in their pockets, and which is good, but people seldomly, pick up these cards and call people. Like it rarely happens. Sometimes it happens, but most of the times it doesn't. So what you want to do is have a card, like I said, that has a QR code that has all your information on there, and all you have to do. Everybody has cell phones these days, so all you have to do is take that card and scan it underneath their phone, and all your information is going to pop up. I'm talking websites, social media, email, all that stuff. So this is what I mean by being efficient. A lot of times people are moving around, especially when you're talking to influencers, you're talking to celebrities. Like, you have to be efficient. Their time is not like it's better than ours, but they're just very busy people. So, a lot of times I seen it myself, like visually, people were actually getting upset because some of the people were not celebrities or influencers were not stopping to really engage with them or talk with them, because they had to hit the stage, or they had to go to another section of the building to do another interview somewhere. So it's about being efficient, right? So when you're in spaces, make sure that you have everything prepared, and that you are that you're quick, right? That you get someone's information. If there was a connection there, they will reach back out to you. Pillar number 5. It kind of couples with pillar number, what was that one? Be efficient. Kind of couples with pillar number 3. I'm sorry, pillar number 4, I should say. It kind of couples with pillar number 3, and that is come with a plan, and don't have expectations. Like I said, oftentimes people come with expectations in the outcome of meeting someone, but instead are met with disappointment because that person is not who they expected to be, right? So be intentional, and be intentional. Do you want to pitch them a plan or an idea? Do you want them to buy something from you? Do you want to book them for something? Like, do you want to book them for an event? Like, you may have something that you want to get an influencer, or you want to get a person to come be a part of, whatever you have going on, whatever gathering you have going on. So that's something that you definitely want to, be mindful of when you're in these spaces. And pillar number 6, last but not least, but pillar number 6, work the room, right? Work the room. Working the room is a real talent that some people have, some people don't have. Some people are natural, some people are not a natural with it. I'm one of the blessed individuals that are natural to work a room, right? I can hold and have a conversation with anyone, right? And I would tell you a tip is to ask questions, right? Just ask a question. If it's something that you're curious about, it's something that you want to know, there's nothing wrong with asking a question, right? And a lot of times when you ask a question, it opens up to other things, to other possibilities, oh, well, what you do for a living? Oh, okay, wow, well, this is what I do. Oh, okay, you know what I mean? So you can't be shy. I'm not going to say you can't be shy. Being shy, some people are naturally shy, but you can't let your shyness stop you from talking or speaking with people, right? You have to get over that if you want to be effective at networking. Because if you allow yourself to be fearful or be shy or be intimidated by someone's status or whatever, then, you're not going to be an effective networker. So that's something that you definitely want to work on. And again, as I said, you want to talk to people, whether they're man, woman, and you want to make sure that that you speak and that you are confident, right? You're confident with what you have, with your services, with your product, whatever it is that you're offering. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that you're confident. And again, like I said, when you're approaching these people, approach these people with humility. Approach these people like they're human beings. I know a lot of times we can get caught up in celebrity. You know what I mean? When I seen Steve Harvey, right? Although I didn't get a chance to really take a picture with him because it was a swarm of people around him. I mean, there was just so many people around him. It was crazy because not only, and this is how real Steve Harvey is. Steve Harvey is a real one because not only was he on stage, right? On stage, doing his thing, talking to us, giving us inspiration. He also came out to the marketplace where there was over 200 vendors out there that everybody had their vendor booths out there. Mind you, this was at the Georgia Congress Center in Atlanta, Georgia. So this was at a huge, where they have concerts at, right? A huge stadium. And yeah, like I said, Steve Harvey, he not only was on stage, a lot of times with speakers, they come up, they do their thing, and they leave, right? No, he was actually there for Saturday, and he was there for Sunday. So he came back for Sunday when Tyler Perry was there as well. And yeah, man, it was definitely something magnificent. And also, he was in the vendor space. So I was able to get footage of that, right? So that I can't show. I won't be showing on this platform because there's certain legalities that comes with that. So I can't show that. But if you subscribe to my Patreon, which is Patreon.com/CEO with Starve Tribe, you'll see a lot of the exclusive footage and videos that I have from that event. I mean, it's up close and personal. We're talking Angela Yee. We're talking 19 Keys, Wall Street Trapper, Steve Harvey, Tyler Perry. I mean, I'm right there. Like literally right there, you know what I mean, catching all this content. So that's something that you just want to keep in mind, right? So you just want to make sure that, when you're networking, that you abide by those 6 pillars. And if you get those 6 pillars down packed, I'm telling you, you will be effective. You will be effective at networking. You will be effective at accomplishing what it is that you want to accomplish. So now I'm gonna go into some of the, what I went out there for. So what I went out there for was to sell my book, right? So I'm a newfound author. My book will be released this November. And my book is a memoir combined with self-help, right? So partial of my story, partial inspiration, right? And the purpose of the book is to inspire entrepreneurs, right? Because my platform is for entrepreneurs. Anybody that's an entrepreneur, that's what my platform, that's who I speak to, that's my audience. So my book is about entrepreneurship, and it also highlights my story and hopes to inspire anyone, regardless of where they're at on their journey, to stay the course. Entrepreneurship is a marathon, it's not a sprint. It's something that you have to build, right? It's something that it takes time. It's not anything that happens overnight. And what you have to understand is that most businesses fail within the first 5 years. So if you're not able to withstand in the first 5 years, then, you know what I mean, your likelihood of being successful is very, very slim. So just keep that in mind. Just stay the course to whatever it is that you find yourself doing. So like I said, I went out there to pre-sell some books, and that's exactly what I did. So if we can get into the slides real quick, I would appreciate that. Let me see if I can pull it up on my laptop. Bear with me. I mean, I sold a bunch of pre-order, a bunch of books, and I'm telling you, it was something that was legendary, to say the least. So what I did was, oopsies. So what I did was like I said, I'm a newfound author, and I wanted to get some feedback on what book cover I was to select. So what I did was I conducted a kind of like a focus group study, right? But just out in the public. And I was generally like I said, like the pillars I was just going over. I was asking people questions. And me asking people questions led me to one person, to another person, led me to that person, to another person. And these people actually supported me and bought my book. So this gentleman here is someone that bought my book, and he was from, I forget where he was from, but that's one person there. This queen bought my book. She pre-ordered my book, and that's the book cover that she went with, which was me on the cover. I had this gentleman here. The book cover that he went with was me on the cover as well. And this guy, his name is Beyond Win. When you get a chance, look him up on the Earn Your Leisure platform. He's a real estate developer. He owns tons and tons of properties in Ohio, Florida. He pre-ordered my book. He pre-ordered 2 copies of my book. This guy right here is called Jose Rodriguez, the credit dude. He's a credit specialist. This guy, he has all the information that you need when it comes to building your credit and preparing your credit. He pre-ordered 10 copies of my book. That's right, 10 copies of my book. That's the book cover he chose and went with. This guy right here is 19 Keys. He needs no introduction. He bought a copy. This guy right here, his name is Ash Cash. Ash Cash, this guy, he really inspired me to create my book publishing company, which I own and operate now, which all my books will be distributed through. This young lady bought my book as well. That's the book cover she chose. This young lady bought my book as well. That's the book cover she chose. This gentleman bought my book. That's the book cover he chose. This guy, Him 500, is another pillar in the space when it comes to financial literacy and when it comes to credit. Man, listen, man, it was a legendary event. I will encourage anybody to tap into the platform. Also, while you're at it, tap into my platform. Go follow CEO with Starve Network on YouTube. Go follow me on all social media platforms at Indacia the CEO. Also tap into my Patreon, right? This was one of few events that I'm going to be going to, and you're going to be able to get a lot of exclusive content, right? A lot of exclusive content, you know, when it comes to getting close and personal to these influencers, celebrities, and watching my journey. Indacia the CEO signing out. Peace.